Hello students, welcome to ShirtBack Academy. In our lesson today, we're going to continue in Module 2 of our Personal Finance course. The topic for this lesson is Section 2.3, Borrowing Options. Let's begin. We'll begin our lesson with secured loans. Secured loans are money borrowed from a creditor where the debtor pledges an asset as repayment for the loan. If the debtor fails to make timely money payments, the creditor can seize the asset. Collateral is the asset that is repaid on a loan if the debtor fails to make payments. Default is when a creditor may seize the asset that has been named as collateral. This requires the debtor to fail to make several timely payments. The most common forms of collateral are cars, homes, and stocks. Creditors can retake collateral assets through the process of repossession. Repossession is when a creditor uses debt collection companies to seize back the asset. This is frequently done without the debtor's knowledge. Secured loans typically have lower interest rates for borrowers due to the presence of the collateral asset. Unsecured loans are money borrowed from creditors without an asset that is named as collateral. Creditors will issue unsecured loans to debtors that have positive histories of repaying. Credit scores are numerical values that are given to debtors that rank their ability to repay loans. Some factors that are considered include the debtor's age, their length of credit, and their employment. Unsecured loans will carry higher interest rates due to no collateral asset. There are higher instances of debtor failures to repay. Credit cards are the most common unsecured loan type. When a debtor defaults on payments, the creditor must seek repayment through legal processes in the court system. Installment loans are when debtors borrow a specific amount of money and they repay the principal and interest in equal monthly payments. The installments continue until the loan is paid in full. Down payments are the money that is paid up front to a creditor in a loan. The remaining principal is paid out equally over the length of the installment loan. Monthly payment is the fixed amount that is paid by the debtor during each billing cycle. Installment loans will typically have late fees that the debtor must pay if they miss a due date and the grace period. There are several other borrowing types to be familiar with. Cash advances are when a debtor uses their credit card account to receive money for purchases. These have very high interest rates and are applied to the credit card principal. Payday loans are businesses that allow debtors to borrow cash using their income paycheck as collateral. These have very high interest rates and high default rates. A service credit is when a debtor repays after they've consumed a good or service. These are most commonly seen with internet and phone companies. Lines of credit, or abbreviated as LOC, are money that's borrowed against an asset that the debtor has equity in. The creditor can lend up to a percentage amount of the total equity in the asset. Amortization is an accounting process that reduces the book value of a loan over a set period of time. It applies debtor payments to both the interest and principal loan terms. Amortization schedules will define the repayment amounts that are applied to the principal and interest over the loan's time length. As the loan balance decreases, the interest payments will go down as well. Amortization is most commonly used with home mortgages and automobile loans. As the loan balances decrease, a higher percentage of the payment is applied to the principal. Amortization can also be used on intangible assets such as patents, trademarks, and copyrights. We also call these intellectual property. A credit report is a summary of a debtor's borrower profile. It allows lenders to make decisions on issuing loans to them. A borrower profile are all the personal characteristics within a credit report. Several common characteristics that a lender will factor in when making a credit decision are employment and income history, the borrower's current savings and debt, the on-time loan payment history, and whether the debtor has any bankruptcies or collections. Credit agencies are the companies that issue credit reports. They issue a credit score to each debtor based on their borrower profile. There are three major credit agencies: TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. That will conclude this lesson. If you have any questions about the contents of this lesson, please review the course notes for Section 2.3. In our next lesson, we'll continue with Module 2, Section 2.4, Consumer Skills. We thank you for following along to the video today. We will see you in the next lesson. Take care, everybody.